In less than 24 hours, the Titanic will have completely disappeared beneath the sea. For all intents and purposes, it will be gone forever. Though it has been over a century since it sunk, the disaster still remains fresh in the minds of many. Its demise was sudden, claiming the lives of over 1,500 people in the North Atlantic Ocean. Those who survived the tragedy were forever changed, many of them haunted and homesick for the life they had left behind. As the hours slowly pass, memories of the ill-fated voyage still linger. Passengers and crew members alike experienced tremendous terror, fear, and despair in the moments before the ship went down. The Titanic's sinking was one of the most catastrophic losses of life in modern maritime history. As the 100th anniversary approaches, people around the world remember the heroism of the passengers and crew who courageously faced the approaching tragedy. The remaining hours seem to slip away quickly. Soon, it will be as if the Titanic had never even existed. The ship was a symbol of grandeur and luxury for many, and its loss was a great tragedy. The wreckage now lies at the bottom of the ocean, forgotten and unknown. The remains of the Titanic are silent and undisturbed, as the world passes by without noticing its disappearance. The countdown is ticking away ever closer to zero. In less than a day, the Titanic will be gone from mortal eyes. Its beautiful exterior, once so majestic and dominating, will be nothing more than a memory. With the hours quickly passing, the clock is winding down on the Titanic. This transatlantic ocean liner, once thought to be indestructible, has been missing for decades. As the centenary of its sinking draws closer, memories of this grand marvel of modern engineering slowly begin to fade away. Images of its intricate carvings, luxurious decor, and ornate dining areas will soon become but distant dreams. The last hours of the countdown to the Titanic's disappearance are almost up. The world will soon remember the tragedy that befell the loved ones of those who traversed the Atlantic on it 100 years ago. While the ship seemed invincible in life, it quickly has faded into obscurity now. The Titanic's legacy will remain, but it will soon only exist in history books and the memories of those who were touched by it. Its fate is sealed, and the end is drawing near. As the remaining hours tick away, the disastrous voyage of the Titanic is quickly becoming forgotten. The passengers of the Titanic dreamed of the future that lay ahead, little knowing that their ship was about to meet its doom. Even now, the lingering sense of hope remains in every tale that is recalled of its fateful voyage. As the clock winds down, the reality of the tragedy of the Titanic has begun to slowly sink in. Thousands of lives were forever changed or lost, but the ship's legacy lives on in the stories of the survivors. There is only a matter of hours left before the Titanic will be completely and hopelessly lost. Its once mighty hull will lay silent in its final resting place at the bottom of the sea, a reminder of a tragedy that could have been avoided. The cold reality of the Titanic's fate is ever present as the hours slip by and the inevitable becomes more certain. Its tragedy will be remembered by generations to come as a testament to the power of the sea. With the passage of time, The disaster that befell the passengers and crew of the Titanic seems to grow ever distant. Yet its legacy remains in the tales of extraordinary courage and self-sacrifice that were born of the tragedy. With the remaining hours quickly passing, the memories of the passengers and crew of the Titanic will soon be lost to the depths of the sea. As the 100th anniversary of its sinking approaches, it is a tragedy that should never be forgotten. Even as time moves on and the Titanic continues to slip out of sight, memories of the passengers and crew remain. Those who sacrificed themselves to give others a chance at survival will never be forgotten. As the countdown to the Titanic's disappearance ticks away, it can be hard to truly comprehend the magnitude of the tragedy that occurred so long ago. The ship went down with so much still yet unseen. In less than 24 hours, the Titanic will be gone from the sea. But the legacy of those who perished on it will live on in the hearts of those who can still recall their courage and strength. As the hours slowly tick away, it is a time to reflect and remember all that was lost and all that was gained in the tragedy of the Titanic. A disaster of epic proportions has passed, but the memory will remain alive forever. As the world watches the final hours of the Titanic's countdown, it is hard to truly grasp the magnitude of the disaster. The ship has drifted slowly to the bottom of the icy sea, never to rise up again. In a matter of hours, the Titanic will be completely gone from mortal eyes. The world will soon forget the promise of the grand luxurious liner, but memories of its passengers and crew will never be erased from the hearts of those who remain. In just a few more hours, the ship that once seemed so invincible will slip beneath the waves, leaving only silence in its wake. The disaster will always be remembered for its tragedy and its bravery alike.